honestly, it might even be 99% of the messages at this point. I don't even have to be like, oh, sorry, that was AI. It's just our fancy bot.
Yeah.
It's we've branded it as our online concierge. So I think a lot of the time people don't even know that it's AI, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we're our company's called Fancy's PEC. We're a short-term rental based out of Ontario, Canada, specifically in Prince Edward County. It's a little wine region just east of Toronto, and we bought the property a while ago, renovated it, turned it into what we're considering a boutique hotel. We have 5 different suites that we rent out, and then we also have the ability to do the whole home functionality where all 5 of those suites are rented out with the help of HostBuddy, and so that's what we've been doing for the last two or so years now. One of the main things that I found, because this was my first dabble into short-term rentals, property management, all that good stuff, with the amount of benefits that come with that, the one big issue that I had was all the repetitive back and forth with guests, all the guest messaging that ended up taking up a ton of my time. Like I'd be out having a nice evening with my significant other, and then I'd have to like get back to someone ASAP because they couldn't find the coffee machine or the coffee machine wasn't working. Just little stuff like that. It just kind of added up over time and caused a lot of stress in my life unnecessarily. And at that point, I was just searching the web trying to figure out if there were any solutions. Obviously, at that point, AI was becoming more and more of a thing. ChatGPT, was also kind of ramping up as well. So then kind of just found HostBuddy, and from there, kind of pretty early stages, I'm pretty sure, but I decided to give it a go. Did the free trial. Trial went really well. It was right during the middle of a really busy season, a busy month for us, and basically never looked back from there.
Yeah, you've been with us since August, so it's been quite some time, which is great. I think back in August we were still under 100 users on our platform, so definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you being a long time user. It's cool that you've stuck around to really see those benefits. And are you using HostBuddy for 24/7 coverage? Do you have it scheduled all day?
Yeah, we have it scheduled all day. And I mean, for us, I mean, we get the odd, late night message, early morning message. Not many of them come through at those times, but I figure, why not have it be 24 hours instead of being, a certain duration during the day. I know that you guys have that functionality because I'm sure with some larger companies, there's actual property managers that are manning the lines, so to speak. For us, we are trying to create something that is completely autonomous for everyone that's involved, including myself. I have a day job. I work with my family's construction company. I don't have the time during the day to get back to guests right away. And that's one of the huge drivers of success for any short-term rental business is the ability to get back to people, whether it's an inquiry or a guest that's currently staying with you. That's easily one of the biggest factors that define success for a short-term rental business. So to be able to have that functionality and not necessarily have to worry about, did someone get back to a guest? Did my business partner get back to them? Did someone get back to them? And just having HostBuddy at least tell the guests that we're on it. I'm checking with the team. There's different ways that you can set that up in the background, which is pretty cool. And obviously, it's basically, garbage in equals garbage out. So it's as good as the information you give it. So there was a little bit of fine tuning that had to happen, but I mean, I think that's one of the things that people need to expect when you're dealing with AI. It's as good as the information that it's provided. So that's definitely one of my recommendations is just make sure that you set up as much documentation in HostBuddy as possible to what you guys or what you as a short-term rental operator see as questions, frequently asked questions, information about the local geography, attractions, wineries, basically like put all your recommendations in there. That's what I did. And it's basically at this point, like 95 to honestly, it might even be 99% of the messages at this point. I don't even have to be like, oh, sorry, that was AI. It's just our fancy bot.
Yeah.
It's we've branded it as our online concierge. So I think a lot of the time people don't even know that it's AI, which is pretty cool.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks, Ryan. I think I could ask you a lot more questions about your business, but we'll dig into that later. I'll close this
Yeah.
up and we'll finish this recording. So I appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yep.